Welcome back to Bike Beat, the place where riders meet machines and machines reveal their character. Today we're taking a deep, extended look at the new 2026 Kawasaki Z250FX, a motorcycle that aims to capture the raw, energetic spirit of the Z series in a compact, beginner-friendly, and surprisingly capable 250 cubic centimeters package. If you're curious about what Kawasaki has cooked up for 2026, you'll want to stick around, because this bike brings more attitude and refinement than you might expect from its size. At first sight, the Z250FX makes an impression. Kawasaki's designers clearly wanted to echo the visual aggression of the larger Z650 and Z900 while keeping things proportional for a lightweight naked bike. The result is a muscular yet compact stance. The fuel tank has those signature Z-series shoulders, sharp, angular, aggressive, giving the bike a sense of presence far beyond its displacement. The new 2026 graphics emphasize edges and angles, making the FX version visually distinct from the standard Z250. If you've ever seen a bigger Z bike and thought, I wish they made this look in a smaller, easier form, the Z250FX is exactly that. The headlamp layout is one of the highlights. It's compact, modern, edgy, with LED illumination that gives crisp visibility at night. The front profile has that insect-like aggressiveness Kawasaki loves. You feel like the bike is staring back at you. The minimal tail section adds to the Streetfighter look, a short rear fender, slim LEDs, and a seat that tapers neatly. It all works together to create a machine that looks like it wants to move forward even while parked. The instrument panel combines analog and digital, a deliberate classic meets modern choice. You get a traditional sweeping tachometer needle, which many riders still prefer for quick visual RPM feedback, paired with a multifunction LCD that shows fuel, gear, trip meters, clock, and other essentials. It's compact but intuitive once you get used to the layout. Kawasaki didn't overload it with unnecessary tech, instead, they aimed for a rider-focused display that keeps things simple. Now let's talk ergonomics, because this is a big part of why the Z250FX appeals to such a wide range of riders. The seating triangle is incredibly welcoming. The seat height around 795 mm makes flat footing possible for many riders, so beginners won't feel intimidated. The handlebars sit at an easy reach, giving a natural upright position that reduces wrist or back fatigue during city rides. The foot pegs are just sporty enough to remind you that the bike wants to lean and carve, but not so high or rear set that longer rides become uncomfortable. This is the kind of bike you can hop on for a morning commute, then take on your favorite twisty road in the evening without feeling like you have to prepare for it. The ergonomics work for city agility, highway stretches at moderate speed, and spirited riding whenever the mood strikes. That versatility is a big part of the Z250FX's charm. Now, the heart of the bike, the 248 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled DOHC twin-cylinder engine. Many manufacturers in this segment go with single cylinders to reduce cost and weight, but Kawasaki stays loyal to the twin layout here, and it pays off. The engine produces roughly 35 horsepower and 22 Nm of torque, numbers that may not sound huge on paper, but in real-world riding they translate to smoothness, flexibility, and a surprisingly lively mid-range punch. Around the city, the Z250FX is refreshingly easy to ride. The throttle response is predictable, the engine doesn't demand high revs to move, and the parallel twin avoids the low RPM vibrations that some single-cylinder rivals suffer from. For new riders, this means confidence. For experienced riders, it means the bike doesn't feel dull or underwhelming. On open roads, the engine's true nature wakes up. The mid-range is where the Z250FX feels happiest. Rolling on the throttle gives immediate forward momentum, and the engine note becomes more energetic without turning harsh. The 6-speed gearbox is equally refined, light, accurate, and responsive. Gear ratios are well spaced, giving punch in the lower gears for traffic and smooth efficiency in higher gears for cruising. You don't feel like you're constantly shifting to find a usable gear, the engine and transmission work together with natural rhythm. Handling is another area where the Z250FX shines. This bike feels incredibly light on its feet. In traffic, it darts through gaps effortlessly. On winding roads, the chassis encourages you to lean further, trust the tires more, and enjoy every corner. The suspension is tuned for a balance of comfort and sportiness, not too stiff, not too soft. It absorbs rough patches and city bumps easily, while still remaining composed during spirited cornering. The braking setup inspires confidence. The front disc is large enough for strong stopping power, and the rear complements it well for stability. Brake feel is predictable, something beginners will appreciate, but with enough bite for quick, controlled stops when needed. Add ABS in markets where it's available, and you have a safety net that makes the bike even more beginner-friendly. Practicality hasn't been ignored. The 14-liter fuel tank offers respectable range, making the Z250FX suitable for commuting and even longer weekend rides. The 145mm ground clearance ensures city obstacles and speed bumps aren't an issue. Weight is kept low enough to make slow-speed maneuvering a breeze, and the compact dimensions are perfect for tight parking spots or filtering through dense traffic. One of the Z250FX's strongest selling points is how approachable it feels. This is the kind of motorcycle a new rider can confidently learn on, without outgrowing it too quickly. At the same time, it's fun enough that more experienced riders won't find it boring. Kawasaki has managed to strike a rare balance, a bike that's friendly at low speed but engaging at high speed. Let's talk price. While it varies by region, the 2026 Z250FX is expected to be in the same ballpark as the 2026 Z250, around 704,000 yen in Japan, about 4.24 rupees lakh in India, or roughly PKR 797,000 in Pakistan. The FX variant, with its premium graphics and upgraded aesthetic touches, may sit slightly above that. For what the bike offers, twin-cylinder refinement, Kawasaki reliability, Z-series styling, it remains a very competitive package. As for ownership, Kawasaki's reputation for durability and build quality means maintenance isn't something you need to worry about often. Parts availability is strong in most markets, and since the Z250 platform is widely used, aftermarket support is abundant. From slip-on exhausts to LED upgrades, frame sliders, tank pads, and more, you can personalize the Z250FX endlessly. Insurance costs remain reasonable thanks to the manageable displacement, and resale value tends to stay solid among Kawasaki models. Compared to rivals in the 250 to 300 cubic centimeters naked class, the Z250FX stands out in several areas. It's smoother than single-cylinder competitors, lighter and more agile than some 300 cubic centimeters rivals, and visually more aggressive than many bikes in its class. It doesn't overwhelm new riders with power, but it doesn't bore experienced riders either. It sits right in the sweet spot, a machine built for real roads, real riding, and real enjoyment. In summary, the 2026 Kawasaki Z250FX is more than just an entry-level naked bike. It's a machine with character. It's practical, stylish, refined, and fun. It brings the unmistakable Z-Series DNA into a package that almost anyone can enjoy. Whether you're starting your motorcycling journey or adding a light, playful bike to your garage, the Z250FX has something to offer. It's a motorcycle that doesn't just move you from point A to point B, it makes the journey engaging, rewarding, and undeniably fun. That's our extended deep dive into the 2026 Kawasaki Z250FX here on BikeBeat. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and let us know what bike you want us to review next. Ride safe, enjoy every road, and keep the rubber side down.